Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
I'll take that. Yes. Hells yes. Oh, armed and dangerous. Oh, hell yes.
Hellcase. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
A promising start to both halves on Cash. NRG seemed as though they were going to take the opening matchup as they moved into Nuke, their own choice. But the tables have turned, the turntables. It's going to be NRG off the back foot now. So I still favor them here on Nuke. I still feel like we are going to be going to the distance in this series, but it is, in fact, fnatic with the opening map win.
Yeah, did technically predict that fnatic would win map 1 and then NRG would move on to win both Nuke and Dust 2.
Yeah.
And that seems to be the case. It just felt like when it was like 12-8 that NRG were going to close out Cash as well anyways, but they made a few mistakes, some very important rifle rounds, and I think you replay that map or you play it again, NRG probably come out ahead. Their T side looked promising in a number of ways, but the individuals on fnatic stole the show. It was Crims who did super well in those last 2 rifle rounds, and then 2 rifle rounds prior, you had JW to get 4K in back-to-back moments. So, like, if you can expect those performances again, we'll at least get a very fun-to-watch Nuke, which I think is the priority of the audience, at least, and myself as well. I was starting to get really, really hyped up on those last couple of closing rounds.
You said it best, you know, it was just starting to get good.
It was just starting to get good.
And Cash comes to the
So
close.
hopefully we carry over that momentum.
But you have to agree, Nuke is a bit of a specialist map for the boys on NRG.
It is a specialist map.
I'd argue they're one of the best North American, if not the best North American Nuke team.
Yes.
You mirror my sentiment?
Yeah, yeah. It's actually like you know, it's like complexity playing Nuke and stuff. So yeah, there's competition there.
Yep.
But NRG probably the best. But they haven't practiced knives.
So welcome to the Cedar Creek Nuclear Power Plant. It's the safest plant in the world.
It's safe
as it's swarmed by terrorists.
Right. Safe from tsunamis.
Yeah.
Wait, did it say that it's the safest power plant in the world?
Yeah.
Under it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But based on the amount of gunfire and explosions we're about to experience.
And the fact that it's Chernobyl. Oh, wait, it's not Chernobyl.
No, that's Cash's Chernobyl.
Yeah. What is this? Is this a
Cedar
place in the
Creek
world?
is in the United States, yes.
Oh, okay.
Nuke wasn't always placed in the United States, but when they did the remake, they made it here. That's why they changed the character models.
Cool. NA rise up.
Yeah. Nuclear power is on the rise. Down with fossil fuels.
Right, down with fossil fuels.
So I take a little peek at Breeze's screen, and sure enough, fnatic, after winning knife, opt to start on the CT side. The coin flip.
That's pretty good. The future is solar-powered nuclear plants.
Just because we can.
Is that a tongue twister or?
Solar-powered nuclear plants. Nope.
No, it's just me.
Yeah.
With my fat tongue, I guess. Unlucky.
Here we go, Mo. The game has begun. We've got fnatic taking it to the heavens, and we've got NRG taking to the A site. That is sheer aggression, but a fantastic bank nade. Softens up both Tarek and Cirque. Still, Daps finds a bit of success as he comes out squeaky door. JW wants some, and he gets some. Exist. He's just going to bite his tongue.
That was JWAF. Come through that smoke.
Yeah, here's little boy Brolin. Off of the back of a squeaky flank. He will execute one.
If Tarek gets here, oh no, he doesn't.
Nope. Spotted and dealt with. Now it's all on Ethan. Gets the gush, gets the kill. Now he can re-engage, but Brolin, all the same, will take his frag in the round for Fnatic. Pistol is theirs.
Pistol's theirs. Off to the races. Fnatic 1-0 start. Bomb plant for NRG, but that's all they get out of it. They thought, I thought, you know, we thought for a second, Ethan gonna 1v3 one more time, but Brolin's 3K was too powerful. Tarek, if he got to Asian Vent, that would have been huge. Could have sat in that spot. Brolin was on patrol, would have missed him, and then it would come down to Exist in Heaven to get that kill, and Ethan could have taken him out and allowed Tarek to basically get a free kill as well, making it a 2v1, but we don't see that alternate version of reality. Instead, we see the one Fnatic start off the CT side with a kill, or with a round. Blech.
Nice. Little frag kill to kick it off. Remember, this is a buy-up, right? NRG taking the money from the bomb plant and investing it into the round. I didn't catch what Daps had before he was blown to smithereens, but assuming it's similar to Cirque, it would have enabled this armored AK grenade-wielding purchase between Breeze and Tarek, and that's what you want, right? The stars to shine.
This is interesting. They know it's outside. One player was spotted in Heaven. Their NRG are clearly worried about a crunch outside, and so they re-smoked Mini. JW's been spotted and tagged up. He's stuck in his position as well. He's got a player to help him from behind that's Crims. But Ethan is here to quell this threat before it becomes real. And he's just lost him. But he'll eventually take out Crims. I don't know if it's understood, though, that JW was here. It seems like, yeah, Ethan knows.
And he's tucked himself away for the time being. And it looks like JW is actually going to make a move. As opposed to waiting for Ethan to hunt him, he turns it up a notch. And Exist turns back too. MP9 from within the site before he dies. But, oh, gravity is not on Ethan's side.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Just splatters himself.
Bones cracked. Yeah, he hit the ceiling and then hit the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, falling doesn't kill you. Hitting the ground does.
Right. No one's afraid of heights, just afraid of hitting the ground.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of falling. Be afraid of the floor.
Well then.
That's awkward.
At least it still would have been a stretch for him to win. It was a 1v2. Ethan does shine in clutch moments. But things happen. Life comes at you fast.
I just love the sound of a ragdoll hitting the floor like that.
Yeah.
That thud. It's satisfying when it's not you.
Right. The bones cracking.
Yep.
There won't be another brave buy from NRG this round. Would have loved to see what Existed there, because it felt like NRG were going to win if Exist didn't get 2 kills with an MP9.
He somehow locked down Mini, but seeing as he was playing from the silos on the site, you know, that's not an easy duel. Here comes the push, though. Big squeaky presence coming out of NRG. Tarek looks to slip past them on the outer yard, but JW a little wiser. 4 survivors for Fnatic. That's an easy anti-eco and straightforward too. NRG, just keep it simple. Smash the door and get smashed back.
Let's see the rifle round. NRG, what do you have in store? A little bit of a flub early on, but Fnatic will take that three-round lead. They'll happily take that 3-round lead. It's Fnatic who have a lot of money now after a couple of clean anti-ecos. Full nade sets here for NRG. They have AKs. They don't have an op in play. There'll be some outside presence from the CTs. Don't know if they're going to push up to red or not. Breeze doesn't seem to want to swing out the door quite yet, but they are positioned to assist in crushing Mini.
Ooh, JW and Crims. Gonna get those first 2 opening kills, and JW's so hot on the heels of the Mini push that he finds himself one more. Dabs and Cirque 2v4, and it's the flank.
Holy
plus
smokes,
the
what is
player.
happening, man?
Oh.
At every turn there's a CT. An op invent to top things off, the cherry on top.
Hello, Fnatic.
Wow, well then. Man, they got flanked. They got flanked so many times, even though they had the fastest outside and mini wrap ever. They had the perfect combination flashes. Breeze could even open the door into a smoke and throw a flash into Mini. If there was a Mini player, he was dead, but instead they had a guy who was coming in late from the outside, and that was a a total curveball for NRG. They had no idea what to do. Pretty good stuff. An insane CT round from fnatic.
Had a really high-octane pace out of NRG
Yeah, let's keep
recent
it going.
rounds. Now that they're back on pistols, we'll see if they pump the brakes even slightly. Grouping themselves towards the lobby. Off the flash, they'll pop. Molotov at the feet. Tarek just gets slain. Brolin maintains ramp long enough for his teammates to get into position, but Breeze with a hell of a deeg smacks Crim's back. Og on Cirque, good to cut this down to the 1v2, and he has 2 kills already, not to mention Bomb, and a route out. But Exist is there already, and that's the 5-0 start fnatic would hope for.
Yeah. Yeah, they shut him down. Brolin was stalwart at ramp.
Yep.
2-piece with the AUG. And then everybody was already there. I mean, they thought they're like, oh, we killed Brolin fast. We took ramp fast. Let's get down lower. But fnatic's rotates are super quick, and that's where they shine. And that's probably going to be a stylistic difference from what NRG are used to, I suppose, where maybe they're expecting more respect and not getting it. So what's the answer then for NRG? They're going to keep the pace high. Yeah, continuing to rush upstairs. Oh,
there we go.
That's working out a lot better. Those are the 2 players that were responsible for upstairs are now down. Didn't expect NRG to come out with a fast play once again after getting shut down so hard. So, well, okay, I thought that was like the coolest smoke ever.
Yeah,
I was like, wait.
I was like, so that's how you do that?
Right, yeah. That's how you make sure it doesn't drop down the ladder?
No, not quite. But I saw the thought process. So, it was as simple as putting Breeze out first and not having him get bombarded by grenades. I was just about to say before this round started, like, you know, don't forget,
what the hell?
On Cash, we had NRG 5 out of the first 6 rounds in the first half, 5 out of the first 5 rounds in the second half. So it can happen to fnatic as well.
Yeah.
You know, 5-0 start is fantastic, but we've got 10 more, now 9 to go.
There's some money left over for fnatic, so they can buy up again. NRG do have a lot of loss bonus going their way, so it's great that they won that round with so many people alive. Maybe that's why JW decided to barrel out of the vents in the last moments of the round. Pretty much the worst retake spot ever, and made a ton of noise doing so. But there's not a lot of plays that seem to catch fnatic off guard. See there, they had 2 in mini, and they could have shut down the squeaky play really fast, but it did catch them off guard for a second. If they had someone in heaven, too, that could have helped out. I think that was the main thing. There's no one there to nade Hut, and there's no one there to nade Squeaky, if not the Heaven player at the beginning of the round. So fnatic ran the risk of not being able to cover that option, and on this round, it's a bit more quiet. Fnatic will go, NRG will go outside slowly. Smokes fall into place. Molotovs are out. Players have started to cross, but JW's here, waiting for them in secret.
Taps' Molotov will prevent him from flying up, and now we start to see, you know, how the grenades piece themselves together over from T-Roof.
Oh, I love this outside take. It's super clean.
Smoke down on the Hell window. There was a Molotov on the square. The square. There was a Molotov on the square. What is this, a generator? A vent? I don't know. I'm no engineer. But what I do know is that Twist
he hasn't left
is
spawn.
Filthy.
Yeah.
He is back in the spawn where they buy guns.
Oh, JW got a kill as well.
Yep. They've got that 5v3 out of this, so you can have the prettiest and schnazziest of outer executes in the world, but there's no grenade that accounts for Twist.
Yeah, he still hasn't left spawn, by the way.
Got finally a response. JW trying to skulk around the boxes. Gets caught by Tarek.
It won't be a hard reset. It'll be good for NRG to try to save these guns. Don't know if Circa's going to go ahead and try to take this peak. Might not be worth dying, but Twist stays alive. He stays alive. It's kind of a stalemate. So they keep those 2 guns. They'll try to buy up once again. There was no loss bonus there. Now, you know, like on a reset round, you do want to save the AKs, but now that you get the loss bonus, there's like a bit more of an argument for being more aggressive before the round's over to see what happens, but they have enough to buy up. They've got a little bit left over as well. And NRG's slow round falls apart. So the one round they won, Squeaky Burst. Keep tabs on that. Similar setup.
Yep, it's that quick pinch. Last time JW skewered them from behind, but it's again just that smooth entry. Twists off from the heavens, side by side with Brolin. They are burned out of their position, at least temporarily.
Damn, that was really hectic. It's hard to say exactly where that fell apart. This time it was meant to crush the mini player, and this time Crims was in mini. So I think it worked so well for Fnatic last time because there wasn't a mini player when there normally is. And then the next round where the Squeaky Burst was successful, there was 2 that came out of Squeaky. So they're like, all right, maybe they'll try that again.
Whoa, there's Ethan down. Brolin moving in, and the Opera's caught. So Daps and Cirque will close it out. NRG nab themselves a second. So we had the Squeaky Burst all out, and now again that fast mini wrap. But like you said, key piece was that Crims is actually susceptible to it. You know, he still takes one with him, but he knows he's screwed. So he just put all his attention on Door, tried to hold it as he could. And then once he died, 2 additional kills for NRG, just very quickly swept under the rug on A.
It's kind of a like conditioning-based exec, where they're just trying to get info on mini. It's like all centered around on if they think someone's going to play mini. Again, this fast exec. Oh, sorry. It looks like it's just a falsy. They want to try to bait out utility in response. They're going to get it. It would be stupid for Fnatic not to respond to this with nades, considering how many times NRG have gone quickly, so you got to respect it. And you see the utility advantage is way in NRG's favor. There's absolutely no damage grenades left for Fnatic, whether it be incendiaries or HEs. So this is a great way to start the round for NRG. They can go back to anything now, and they've got an advantage. So they're going to go back to outside, work it slowly while holding for pushes, and Fnatic have attempted to squeeze a little bit, taking somewhat of a push here at ramp, but Brolin doesn't seem confident going the full distance.
Flash nearby. Oh, good night, Sweet Prince.
That was a trade attempt that they probably needed.
JW doesn't want to stick around too much, but do they realize that there's a bit of a problem? Daps has gotten downstairs. We don't have a rotation out of the CTs downwards, in fact.
Yeah, there was Twist was at ramp, so he has the op. That's the only thing they're going to be wondering about. I don't know where he is, but JW stays mobile.
Ooh, man. I mean, Dabs can sniff out all the bomb sites he wants. If he doesn't actually get teammates with him on the entry, then it's going to be a problem. Here it comes. Flies up the vents. Crims catches not just him, but Breeze right then after. And Cirque's op way too valuable with 8 seconds left. He's lucky to get away. 34 HP as JW gave chase.
And Cirque looking for the kill. And Cirque ends up going down.
Oh, wow, you're right.
Yeah, he ends up going down. So there it is, 7-2 for Fnatic. A round where NRG got a lot of what they wanted out of it. They got Daps into lower. They got that initial ramp push out. They baited grenades out early.
Yep. That was nice.
Yeah, so they did a lot. But when they tried to regroup back to upstairs, that wasn't a bad play either. It's just that Crims was too aware. Daps, his last option was to come up the vent, which is you know, the least kind of attractive one.
Right. Again, I feel like if he still had more players up, then they go to him as opposed to him coming up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you can hold the vents lower while they take lower, then that's one thing. I think they were intimidated by the thought that Twist might have dropped ramp after that, and they would have refreshed his spot at Turnpike. Yeah. And then they'd have to deal with an op lower. So, like, let's avoid the op. But what they didn't realize was that everyone else was too afraid to go lower because they didn't know what NRG were going to try to do. And
they still had that high ground advantage.
That almost ended up counting against them that they got Daps into lower when they wanted to take upstairs. But Fnatic will happily take that. They don't seem extremely jovial.
Nope. They're not over the moon. In fact, more so under the weather. Oy. Breeze will be softened up before he even sees someone to shoot back at.
Not too much tactically going on here for NRG. They've moved slowly. Oh, they have killed JW early, a key player.
Twist in position, though, already on the control stairs. Hop scoped up. That's an easy flash to dodge. Molotov, not so much. He's going to actually have to walk forward, and there's just too many targets to take.
That Molotov actually went way past him, but he didn't know. He could have stayed on the steps. Lower has been compromised. Bomb goes down. Everyone's in pretty decent positions. This is going to be a difficult retake if they go for it, and they're not really in position to do so. If they had ramp control, maybe they could poke around, but...
What's the difference there? JW dying in secret stairs?
Yeah, it's such a big one. They get that kill so early, and then they just continued with the hit into lower.
Yeah.
Like last round, again, the rotates were not so good for fnatic to get downstairs. So this round, after Daps is like, all right, last round I explored so much downstairs, nobody rotated over. Then we decided to go upstairs, and we kind of second-guessed ourselves. Well, here, let's again make the sensible decision. If fnatic don't want to mess with us downstairs, we'll assume they're not there. And let's see if we can get that kill. They get JW so early, they probably just speed it up off of the back of that. And they're correct that the site is pretty much wide open.
Additionally, too, I feel like Daps had players right behind him. You know, even when he challenges Twist on the staircase, if he does that alone, Twist maintains lower control, right? And Daps was very much alone when he got down there the first time because everybody was still primed to hit that A-bomb site. Lobby control was in NRG's pocket. This round, however, was also different. So we're 10 deep already. 4-round lead as fnatic have a 7-3 scoreline to their favor, but not a bye to their favor, in fact. There's the damage. Crims gets tagged as Cirque opens squeaky door early.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to be able to like save that for a once every few round play. That also makes it harder to hold outside. 3 players cross. Love that NRG are just going back to what works. They've been able to abuse lower in the past. There's not great guns here for fnatic. And that's where the Molotov landed last time. NRG start to constrict on the lower site.
This vent's cleared. Bomb towards Heisenberg. And Tarek now has control of observation. JW is still within the bomb site, though. And luckily for him, that silo blocks off the other side of the door. But, oh, so close.
Man, he got the op, too. That was crazy.
So damn close. Ethan down to 8 HP. Breeze going to find the back of Twist, most certainly. It's a good lurk into the B site. 30 seconds left. And despite NRG having been here for so long, bomb included, they've decided to buy their time. Now they will punch in the digits, get the plant to their name.
fnatic need better protocols about how they're going to hold lower, especially if NRG are just going to continually abuse it. It's smart from NRG to abuse it, but fnatic are going to continue to get caught off guard. I mean, you can have an outside default that ends up in lower over and over again, and it's going to be really hard to predict. So you've just got to be able to either you got to have like someone like JW go to the secret, get kills, stop them outside, or if not, be able to be comfortable holding with 1 player at ramp, 1 lower, and then you're 2 upstairs, and then 1 holding like for a heaven flank or some outside lurk or whatever it is. But I think being weak upstairs is probably the play here for fnatic, because it seems like NRG are just going to continue to be smart and abuse lower over and over again. But I'm sure that fnatic are also worried about the fact that they've lost a couple of rounds to those squeaky bursts. So honestly, NRG have only won 4 rounds, but at this point their playbook is so much more open than fnatic's.
Yep, 100%. Wouldn't be shocked, in fact, if after this pause we get back into that quick aggression. You know, sometimes one of the best answers to a team just mulling over their tactics is to throw the tactics out the window.
It's super fun, you know, see around like a game like this, and as a viewer, you just try to guess, what do you think the teams will do in this situation? Like they have options open. They have success through multiple avenues. They can do their slow defaults. Where do you think they'll look for the pick? Sometimes it'll be spawn-based. Always look to the Opera to see if he'll call for a play-out squeaky, like we saw Cirque do, because that's basically a free way to start a round, and then they move into a default from there. And from there, will they use Cirque to try to get outside or to take attention away from outside? Or will they just go for the full-on default outside?
There's a lot of counter-terrorists here. Oh, man, they've just roped them in. Caught in a net so wide that not even Daps and Cirque should survive. Sure, they get back around the boxes,
Wow. Did they recover any guns?
Yeah. Brolin just got his hands on an AK. Exist and Twist had those to start, I believe.
Damn, that's a call out. So that's a read back in the favor of fnatic. NRG for the fast outside. They haven't tried that yet. They've done slow. They've done presence inside first. They've faked inside, then gone outside. This time they go out early, and fnatic just go out early first.
That's one way to do it. But it's not done. They're trying to do it. They haven't done it.
I'm curious what position Brolin plays. He can't take any damage if he gets hit at all. Oof. Yeah, no armor. You know, one bullet, he's dead.
Yeah, he's going to dive down vents. I mean, even Twist is susceptible to the very same aim punch. Cirque stagnant on the rooftops of the T's.
I don't know if Daps is throwing Hail Marys and Cirque's going to try to sneak into upper or what the deal is, but they're lacking a lot of information, so they might just be taking some risks.
Ooh, he's caught. He's caught on the flank. Exist nails him to the wall, and Daps' position is known. He's got 13 seconds left, so if he just runs it, runs the gauntlet forward, then maybe there's still a chance, but Exist will hold on to his corner and cut him down. So fnatic, fantastic call on just netting that aggression outside.
Yeah, I found that round really, really difficult to call from the T's because they could do so many things. And fnatic had not stacked outside ever, so they took 2 guns, 3 pistols, went outside, and they were totally right about that. That couldn't have gone any better for them. And it's like, yeah, NRG lost to kind of an eco, but it was the best version, the best possible eco that fnatic could have come up with. And yeah, looks like they're going back to basics. Squeaky bust.
Push straight out. Breeze takes a lot of damage to the grenade, but it's the kills still to fnatic's favor. Twist just barely finds an angle onto Cirque, and Tarek finds himself alone. Oh, and no longer is he alone. He has joined his team in death. 9-4. Fnatic just clamping down on the bomb site yet again, giving no room to NRG, despite the aggression, despite the passiveness. It's Fnatic dictating the pace over and over.
I can see why they wanted to do that. I think it became a little bit more 50-50 just because the CTs have dealt with it so many times. They probably talked about it, but I think they had like more dominant rounds when they went. If they didn't rely on those 2 entries to come out, they had more dominant rounds going outside to lower, and really thought that they would try that again before performing another squeaky burst. I feel like now it's just going to be more obvious than ever. Utility advantage heavily in the favor of Fnatic, at least for the time being. Tarek's only got a CZ in this round. They've snuck 1 person outside. So we are seeing more and more variety from NRG, which is good. And in the meantime, they have stolen ramp.
Twist is going to miss the shot. That allows the T's to get 1 step closer, and simultaneous kills. Ethan and Breezy making it look easy as the bomb is planted on B. 5v3. And Fnatic's players yet to be seen. There's no information, but there's still kills. Crims, all alone.
That's where you Zipix Ninja defuse this one.
Oh, he almost found Daps with his back turn, but that is not the case for Ethan. 9-5. NRG doing a good job of still keeping this T side alive. I mean, they've certainly done enough to take control once we've swapped over.
I want to know what happens if Twist doesn't miss a shot, or if he gets his first shot and then goes in for a second.
Yeah.
If they are able to deal with him. If he falls back, what happens? Because they did also have Daps go into lower. So it was a nice split, 4-1 outside. They assisted Daps with a couple of smokes. He crossed safely. I don't think they had info that he had crossed. So Fnatic had to worry about lower once again. But again, the rotates haven't been very good, so I think they just tried to abuse that.
Not given a chance at any hut aggression. That Molotov denies them. Although they're still primed for it, so here we go. Exist close, draws them inwards. Fom is good for 1. JW and Brolin answer back as well, but it's still into the nitty-gritty. Cirque, 1 HP. This round arguably should be over already. And he's going to try to eject down vents, but Crims cuts him down. 10-5 at the end of the first half. solid stuff from fnatic.
Solid stuff for fnatic. I think I really liked NRG's T side, honestly. If I was fnatic, I'd be really worried and unsure about what they were going to call, which even for me, trying to look at it kind of objectively, as unbiasedly as possible, it really felt like they did have a lot of variation, and it was hard to read exactly what NRG wanted to do. But the only thing, and I think the reason they only got 5 rounds, is because they threw in too many fast upstairs plays, which looked 50-50. They got 2 kills sometimes. They had good nades. The one where they wrapped outside, I think, were the best ones because they at least tried to split the site. And those had more. Those were a little bit more elaborate, but they were also still very quick. And I saw a lot of potential there. But the ones where they just focused on Squeaky, I feel like they just were like, all right, if Crims get this spawn, we get melted in Squeaky. If he doesn't get this spawn, we get out. We get 2 kills. We can win the round. Maybe they were trying to harp on the fact that fnatic weren't going heaven almost every single round, and that is kind of where they did find success. But fnatic, really solid half.
Fast pistol, great flashbangs. Daps pops ahead, circle do the exact same, but still it's traded right away. And we have all bodies here on the A site. It's the players inside of the rafters that actually can't get anything done, but Cirque now snaps to 2 and almost just so close to getting Brolin as well. You'd think, I thought for sure, I mean, 2 CTs, both on the rafters, emptying magazines launders, and they didn't get anything for it.
They were both whiffing really badly.
Shots.
Yes, definitely. And it gets nerve-wracking. You've got less bullets with the USP. You do have the high ground advantage, but if you miss your shots, you don't have anywhere to hide. For the Ts, I think they were like reloading and jumping around, being hard targets to hit. But you've got to learn to swat the fly. That could be a back-breaking round. I mean, it was just a pistol, but just getting into 11 and this early.
Especially considering the the follow-ups, the conversions that should be theirs.
You're down a map.
We get this buyback from NRG. Remember, they did force buy in the second round of this map after losing the first pistol, and still they managed to win. But not only are they going to have to play with lackluster guns, but also the 4v5, because Twist quickly gets the entry towards the B site, and he puts the pedal to the metal. They charge down into it, and they are going to find follow-up frags. Breeze and Ethan still upstairs, as bomb will be surely planted.
Cool that we'll see what fnatic are attracted to, if it's going to be lower or upper more often. But it looks like this round is not over quite yet. A couple of the CTs with CZs. Half ramp, bomb goes down, no kills to be had. Crims, I think, is just getting rid of a gun.
Damage control.
A 12 round for fnatic off of a bomb plant. Where can NRG go from here? Well, it's kind of the waiting game for them, right? They're on CT side. They have to see what fnatic want to do, and then they've got to respond accordingly. I don't think there's any matchup history between these two teams, so
nope.
I'm not sure how prepared NRG are going to be for what fnatic want to do. Also, because, as you mentioned, it's such a specialized map, like, it's fnatic who have way more data on NRG just on how much they play it. Ethan with just a sliver of HP after that bomb explosion.
They say 1 point makes the difference. Prime example of it. I believe there were... Did I see a second scout picked up?
This map is... This match is so interesting so far. Like, there's been like so much cool stuff that has gone down. In my eyes, it almost felt like an 8-7 half, but with fnatic taking the first pistol, the second pistol, dealing with the rushes so well, the really good rushes from NRG dealing with them so well that lots of teams would have fallen over, or broken to. They're now like just substantially in the lead, and so it's going to be a stretch to see if we get to see a lot of the CT rounds that NRG want to play. Another save here, taps on the USP.
And I truly thought that NRG's Nuke play was going to be too much for fnatic to handle, but they are
so
doing
many teams
fine.
would have gotten destroyed to those fast plays. Like, I want to take those plays. Well, I want to be on a team and then take those plays and then use them for my team. That's exactly the kind of strat I would love to like kind of copy and paste.
Right. Now it's that freebie of a bomb plant on the B site. Wall spamming from inside of the site through vents. Not going to get anything substantial done. Counter-terrorists are incredibly close, and they're trying to make this awkward.
Yeah, it's awkward.
trying to play up off of their own smoke grenades. They do take down JW. Crims, well, he's only good for one. So it's a back and forth affair, but the bomb is ticking quickly. So once the AKs and rifles come into play, sure enough, as expected, fnatic close it.
Totally worthwhile to get that damage in. You want to keep fnatic buying down to 0 as many times as possible, and they have to work against that last clean round that they had. Another round with the bomb plant, 4 augs up. Cirque opping. This is kind of what they've been waiting for, but they haven't set themselves up to have much breathing room. So Cirque will absolutely have to go bananas if they want to bail themselves out of this. Let's see, fnatic dispersing. Fast smokes outside. A couple of CTs here to play, and I think that was maybe a, I don't know if he ran boost to get up here, if he just jumped up, but he's got full vision. Oh yeah.
Yep. Good job. Making use of the garage roof, establishing the 5 versus 4, but they do give up the entirety of lower map control. And Tarek, well, he gets just blown away.
Man, you want to talk about abusing timings? Fnatic are always going to be a little bit closer than you thought. They're so quick.
The decisiveness, man, whether it be on the CT side when it came to rotating downwards when they lost outer control, or now on the offense when they find themselves with that very same type of opening. There's just no hesitation.
Oh my god, this is so risky. They actually have no one covering this plant properly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he took a big risk there. I mean, they threw the Molotovs down and stuff, but, you know, anyone peeking from ramp.
And there are players here, that's the worst thing, but NRG were still preoccupied with a potential push from above. Twist up close, waits for the exit of Breeze, and there you go. First headshot, Cirque trades it. But the ramp player, yeah, there's a reason they were worried of their backside. JW with another headshot. Daps is just going to try to jump onto the bomb, but seeing as he's alone, he wanted to cut down the numbers. Only gets a single kill as fnatic establish a 9-round lead. 14-5. And this T-side shows no signs of slowing down.
No signs of slowing down, and NRG only have like $3,500 a piece.
Yeah.
So they have to decide if they want to play for match point, 10 match points in a row, or if they want to buy now. They probably should just save. But that's kind of crazy. It's Fnatic abusing lower versus NRG like they were doing to them. Tarek got caught in a position where he was like 3 steps away from being at the angle he wanted to be in. But I think it was Crims or Berlin who was just there like even before he expected that. So Cirque got all that information, saw they were running outside, saw they crossed into lower, everything. Information was traded. But it was pretty simple. Like Fnatic didn't do anything special. Just get to lower as soon as possible, and that's all it needed. I think that is the hardest part for unpracticed teams, is to deal with lower rotating into lower. Yeah. It's so unintuitive because you have to like either vent drop and then figure out how you refresh your upper player, or you have to have your heaven player refresh turnpike as your lower player or your ramp player gets into lower. Yep. That stuff is all just protocol based. It's not like, hey, I need someone lower, who's coming, you know?
And I feel like as well as the main avenues of rotating downstairs, you're talking about ramp, you're talking about vent, you're talking about secret stairs. 3 positions that I feel like if a CT does it too quickly, if you respond too fast, you're opening your flank up so wide.
Sure, yeah.
You know, JW I think is a prime example of that in that round, because you saw NRG hesitant to go downstairs, worried about him, and yet he only comes once they finally decide to walk away from it.
That's 100% true, and that's what we saw in the first half, and that's why NRG were getting away with going lower so many times. And if they only did that a little bit more, they probably could have a better half, and we'd maybe see more CT rounds out of them. Early pick from JW. NRG bought into this one, and they could be making their bed.
Just stunning thus far. Smoke grenade, underhanded. Breeze, though, he's got himself 3 kills. 3 kills off the hut push.
Yo, man.
Peeks into lobby.
The bomb is spotted now.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
I mean, you look for a difference maker, and now you've got it.
Dude, that's a nasty shot.
The garden hose of an MP9.
So Ethan kind of backs away from the bomb because he doesn't need it anymore. He knows that Crims is going to be on full alert, clearing every single angle, wasting tons of time. It's a 1v3 for him. And you can also take this brand new fight. You can just try to get damage in and leave. Oh, holy smokes, dude.
Crims is a killer.
Yeah, he heard that too, so he knows Ethan is extremely low. 2 players are very low. Oh my god. All right. He's trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know if that player looked like he was crossing the vent or not, but there's no one in lower at the moment. There's just no easy way for Crims to get there, so he can take his time.
He needs to walk out and clear right. That's where Cirque's posted.
He's got an option, though, huh?
Oh, he reads Breeze.
No way.
And almost flicks down onto Cirque.
That was crazy.
Imagine, just imagine what a 1v3 that could have been. But it is Breeze with the 3K on the hut push. That is the unarguable difference maker in the round. They were already fighting off the back of a 3v5. So if he doesn't do it...
And they forced up into that round. They didn't have great guns.
Yeah. I believe it was 3 FAMAS and 2 MP9s. So, ugh.
Pretty crummy buy, yeah.
They make it work, and they get themselves on more stable feet versus the shaky legs of Fnatic's pistol round.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
They get a player down lower.
Yeah, getting a player down lower, that's huge. Now, if they can fool the rotate, yeah, I mean, he's only got a Glock, but still.
Oh, no!
It's okay, it is a Glock at the end of the day.
Tarek's going to get denied by the second T. That is Crims to trade it back. Gets the FAMAS. Where's the bomb? It belongs to Brolin, who wants to go for the B plant, but is caught by another counter-terrorist. So good rotations down from NRG. I mean, very easy versus just the pistols, but it's done. 7 rounds the difference.
They're just messing with Tarek so hard. You know, it's like every round he has to rotate even earlier.
Yeah.
But that's the scary part. The scariest part about the vent dive is there's so much noise. It's really hard to calm at the beginning of the round, and sometimes it's hard to hear footsteps. That door swings open. That door swings open every round. That doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yep.
Sometimes they throw smoke, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you spam them when they cross. Sometimes they get down before you're even there. And so if JW can like accurately navigate his way through the smoke into Squeaky over and over again, it's going to put so much pressure on that lower rotation. And that's been, again, the focal point of the round, or almost every single time for both teams in the on the CT side.
Listen, negligible detail, but that's the 3rd time Ethan has missed a jump on the A site that costs him a bit of health. Killed himself once, and flubs the hut jump twice. So here he goes, down off of the hut, but the player on the bomb site, Breeze, is just going to lay down lead.
Insane, man.
Once more, being that difference maker, he picks up 3 kills for himself, and Tarek from the heavens gets the last one. So NRG are still in this.
He's so good.
And they're convincingly winning some rounds now off of the back of Breeze. You know, the question is, what do they have in this fight without him?
Sure.
Who sets up these rounds if it's not for him?
No, yeah.
Because, again, even that round looked like it was going to happen. They had the entries. They were slick and smooth into the A site. But they find themselves back on pistols once more.
And Fnatic don't want to leave upstairs out of the question. They want to prove that they can take it. So it's smart that they keep trying it, and as long as Breeze can stay strong, that's one site that NRG don't have to worry about.
Pistols swarming the outer yard. Daps is going to feel the heat and defeat, but it's okay. His team will still succeed. That is a 9th one for NRG, making quick work of the anti-ecos. That's not been the problem. It's the gun rounds that they have found themselves at a disadvantage at in the last 2 times, but they still won those rounds.
I wonder if Circo's on top of the roof again. I would expect Fnatic to try to abuse outside. That last upstairs round is probably saying like, oh man, I don't know if we want to get into Breeze. Yeah. They're obviously overstacking upstairs as well. So in Fnatic's situation in the last half, they were not overstacking upstairs, and that's why NRG were rushing it. In this situation, they've been wrong twice basically. And even though they've killed 2 upstairs, they haven't killed the 3rd, which is Breeze. So yeah, they're going back to outside. Cirque has not jumped up this time. He did get a kill last time. And
ooh, nice.
The damage crossing's big. It's hard to count on, but it's really important. And JW's out. Oh, that is so tough.
The timing, but luckily Cirque's already down here. He's got a chance at a couple other kills. Molotov should buy him some time. Negligible nade.
Yeah, they don't actually have that many options now. I mean, they've got Cirque in proper position. They have upstairs secure. Like, Fnatic can have vents. They need to be able to move forward, and they've got to deal with Cirque and the ramp rotator. Cirque was just the outside player.
Thing is as this game just continues to creep its way closer, it's a reminder that NRG have some serious resilience, right? This is a team that'll play off the back foot and make comebacks happen. But maybe I speak too soon. That's a crucial 2K going down inside a control room. Ethan's going to have to come back as Daps and Breeze look to lock down ramp. This is all 3 CTs in the same position.
That's
Twist,
a huge plant.
Huge plant, absolutely. Just barely outside of the door inside of smoke. Gets the job done. But the counter-terrorists, they're not going to give him any time to reposition. No, they'll charge headstrong into the bomb where they get those last 2 kills.
Twist could have played that a little bit better. He had a Molotov in hand. He could have moved to the left side of the door, try to get an op shot off. He didn't know where all 3 players were, so there is that. But yeah, he kind of maybe handed that one over a little bit too easily. fnatic lose the round. They do get lower. It was a 3v5, so it was a good attempt, and it was a very good plant from Twist. He ran a risk by doing it, but it was important that he did it right away to at least get it off. Make that as scary as possible for NRG. So NRG have enough money in the bank now that they can feel a little bit more comfortable, and will probably make some more money this round. Honestly, fnatic should buy. I don't see why not. They've got lots of money for the most part. Yeah, maybe just deciding if Twist wants to op or not, or buy an op, I suppose, for JW. Seems like it'll just be rifles again. Honestly, I'd like to see them try to do an outside to ramp fake this round. Last round they abused ramp or outside. It's gone okay, but they're getting killed crossing. Maybe just throw those smokes down. They know they're going to draw a lot of attention from NRG. Then they could try to get ramp control. They get ramp control, then think about last round, but with ramp control.
Hut seems to be the name of the game. They extinguished the flames, and Ethan just, well, supposed to lay down the law, but he just gets one. Breeze will pick up the pieces. On the A site is where we find fnatic 3v3. Tarek's already positioned, though, with a teammate just next to him. Smoke misses the mark. Or is that meant to just cover plant? Should be. Daps active flank. Tarek patient for the time being. Oh, another. Hello, Daps. And hello, Cirque. Flicks down with the op and nabs NRG in 11th round. I mean, how many times are we going to find fnatic with a substantial advantage and yet still NRG will rob back the round, right? If it's not Breeze's 3Ks twice, well, now it's Daps with a stellar ramp push. Just, I mean, even if he doesn't get the kills himself, he was so successful in drawing fnatic's attention back behind them that I think it really enables the heaven push.
Yeah, no, it's critical kill. They didn't have like a substantial advantage in upstairs though. Like Ethan went 1 for 1, Breeze went 1 for 1. So it was 3v3, and then post plant they have an advantage, but maybe not substantial.
Right.
So the upstairs rush is all right. It looked better than last time. They killed Breeze, which is a big thing. So now that's in their playbook, but yeah, I still think they have like a lot more promise in lower, just kind of like NRG did in that first half.
Daps was just finding himself in trouble, but he's gotten away. And they used a lot of utility to try to burn him out of said position, but they don't even get the kill rewarded for it.
Okay, rotate out early. I think it's a smart move from NRG. They haven't seen anything upstairs late from fnatic so far. And fnatic attempt to cross. Ethan gets that kill from Secret.
Yeah, he flew down vent. The moment Daps was more committed towards Mini. Ooh, that could be a big one.
Yeah, was that a sitter miss from Cirque? Feels like he took that shot.
I definitely heard an op, and he's the only one with one. Tarek will respond back. That's the kill over towards the ramp. But he knows very well that Brolin and co. could be wrapping around through this CT spawn, which they most certainly are. But how much further do they go? I mean, we're talking 30 seconds left up. No cash in the coffers of fnatic.
And the bombs in Mini.
Yeah. Tough place to be. NRG, they just have to hold. fnatic, it's go time. That's an easy pickin'. Brolin, then removed from the heavens. Good snap up from Ethan. And Daps will seal the deal. So sure enough, NRG, CT side of Nuke, this is where they make their comebacks happen. And that is what we're seeing unfold here now. Great time to take a pause, call over the options, and get back in next round with a full buy for fnatic.
They're not quite as dominant as like Ents outside, the way they're taking it. fnatic are just trying to get downstairs. A team like Ents would be much more keen on trying to fight CTs outside, but Fnatic don't seem prepared for all of the angles that can come for them, and they're always losing a duel, at least the first duel outside. So if they could get secret control 5v5, that would be huge. But one way to do that is either by throwing a ramp fake or by just being a little bit more careful with your grenades or when you cross. Sometimes they're just getting randomly spammed through the smoke. I think they just need to minimize that damage. Then they have a much better round. But if they want to do everything properly, they need like more time in the round. So they've got to be very decisive about how they approach this, especially if they want to go for outside control. I would like to see next round a slower round. Slower in the sense that they're doing more, but not an upstairs rush. And then mid-round to wherever the kills come. But yeah, we've already got a fast burst. And they're down the vents. They're getting followed, but it's actually a pretty big find from Ethan. Nice.
Down and up.
But
JW
Tarek,
flanks.
Where's Tarek? Oh, it's Daps who's downstairs, I guess.
Yeah, Tarek's ramp, Daps above bomb site. They got that opening. I can't believe Ethan follows 3 players down, kills the bomb carrier to slow the play.
Gets back up.
Without being caught by JW.
Just that smoke.
Yeah.
I was surprised he found the vent.
Now Crims will walk away with less than half his health. Daps still maintaining this B bomb site, so NRG on full damage control. Ooh, he's not going to shy away. No, he plays proactive, and Crims will punish for it.
I can't believe Crims was waiting for that. I'm surprised any CT would come into control afterwards. They were fine sitting in their spots, I feel like.
Oh, Tarek, he gets that first one, and not the bomb carrier, though. Twist will best him. This is a bomb plant.
Like this.
A hectic situation that could still secure fnatic 15, but Twist just walks into the bomb site. I mean, puts himself on a silver platter that Breeze just gobbles up. Now, Ethan's distraction serves as a great way of drawing Crims in this direction, but he will hit the headshot immediately so. Bomb's not planted for him. Breezy's going to try to stick the plant. No, comes off. Now the door's swung wide. Cirque's back on it, and he's going to stick it through and through. Brolin cannot make the play, and that is NRG robbing it away. Sure enough, the plant is theirs. A great mid-round halt from Fnatic to wait for NRG to make a mistake. Crims with superb headshots, not only on the CZ, but AK follow-up too.
Yeah.
So, wild round, a Hail Mary in the half-buy, which brings us here, the 28th, with a full-fledged purchase for both teams.
A crazy, crazy round. A round where Fnatic didn't invest much, but getting the 3 vent dive was a big deal, and Ethan getting the kill almost brought it back right in the beginning, but once they got down, Twist tried to sneak a plant, and it wasn't in the ideal spot, and that's why the post plant was so difficult, but they still almost won, which is very scary. NRG, with these door antics going on, that swung right open. But how frisky will Cirque get? Not very. They're crossing outside slowly. They pulled rotates, however, and now they're finally going to do the ramp fake.
Tarek's utility. Now down. He uses his incendiary and holds just the flash. And we saw last round, Crims waiting for Daps to come through control room, and we kind of praised his patience. Well, this is another round where that could pay off, because you see Cirque getting closer and closer towards the stairs itself. Could be the kill on the other side, but Ethan, Ethan! 3 AUG frags locking down ramp and not giving them even a chance at an entry. Look at the corpses stack up. And Crims cleared by Cirque as well. That's that close fight, a flawless round. 7 damage dealt back the other way as we are tied at 14 apiece.
The only thing is, we saw no nades at ramp. There was, like, Ethan just had all those duels, just was able to sit there, lock him down, line of sight. We saw on Tarek's screen, no flashes came out. There was not a reason for Ethan to move from his spot. It was good that they had double ramp, though. So even though NRG knew that the smokes were outside, one person did cross. It didn't scare them. They probably expected maybe a ramp fake to come at some point. I don't know. But most of the time, you're not going to play 2 ramps. So they had a good beat of the situation. It's going to be another buy-up. We're into round 29. And Ethan, one of the best ways to protect vents is to get in vents early. You can also be the fast person to go to take care of secret outside. 1 for 1 now. Bomb gets dropped. Daps could spam if he wants to, but he doesn't want to give up his position quite yet. However, it's 4v3.
Yeah.
There's two people lower and one in Big Garage.
That's what I was about to say, man. This is such a kernel defense.
Oh my God, they're just going upstairs. They went so fast. How'd they get that info? Wow, they're just smart about it. I don't know if it's name tags. I guess because, yeah, they killed Breeze and Cirque. Cirque was in front of Mini. Breeze was back sight. They're like, screw it, let's try this.
A smoke to just completely block them out.
That was smart. That was brave.
Frazzled dazzled on the A bomb site. I mean, we saw Daps kind of, you know, hold his tongue, not fire off when he could have spam shots through Mini, could have prevented this. And just as well timed as the smoke towards Mini, the frag on Heaven too. There's an attempt, a flash out from Heaven. They'll try to burst back into the site, but Ethan will get nothing other than a bullet to the head. He's dinked to 12. And he's doomed, he knows it. Bomb will take him down if Brolin didn't. So fnatic, after all the struggles in the world, just slip them the tongue through Mini, and they've got that 15th round on the board.
Easy access. Right up the butt. That was nice, man. That
leave him wide-eyed.
That was a sick mid-round. It was a super quick call. They capitalized on that moment. I know NRG were like, just don't go upstairs for a second. We got to get back into position. But they had 2 go lower, and it's usually the lower rotates that are so much harder to pull out. But yeah, they killed the right people, and they just went fast.
Oh, they're going to do it. They're going to go for the push. And that Molotov was a little slow out of Huts, but the kills are still there. Breeze and Ethan. Oh, fnatic. Oh, trying still as they might. Not going to happen. Great mid-round call in the previous. They get the opening they'd hoped for, and then they just go hammering their head against the wall into the A site once more.
2 players spotted. Twist doesn't have the bomb, though.
That's a tantalizing clutch attempt. Minute 15.
Holy smokes, what's this guy going to do?
Well, Heaven's open.
Yeah, I guess it's the main play he's going to make. You make a long play like this, you take so much time to walk around. You have lots of time to work with, but if you don't get this first kill right away,
yeah,
it's all over.
The timing becomes your doom.
Holy smokes, he's going for Mini. Okay, I actually like that even more.
Yeah, you can tell by Tarek's position, just hiding behind sight box, that they expect the Heaven play.
Oh, he's maybe worried that I guess coming up the ladder would be the least safe way. So he's
fair enough.
Gonna go back to Heaven. I was wondering because there was somebody here.
Nobody's watching this, right? So if he clears the box thoroughly, not gonna happen. Tarek activates an NRG. Sure, they give up that 15th, but it's overtime, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, NRG's CT side comebacks on Nuke, this is not the first one I've seen, and I doubt it will be the last. You know, there's a reason this is one of their pocket picks.
Hey, where are you going?
Yeah.
Get back in your chair. It's not the end of the game. It's overtime.
I don't get a bathroom break.
Yeah. What the hell? Heck?
What do heck?
Wadu.
Okay. A somber look on the Swedish boys, and I understand why. That was
they got to play more T rounds.
Yeah, hell of a first half, and
these T rounds are hard to call for how simply they play.
Look, everybody's abandoning.
Hey guys, sit down, okay? Thousands watching.
Millions around the world.
No one wants to see those butts. Look at that. They've all got the same monitor tilt, roughly.
It's that 45-degree angle.
Yeah, a little low, a little tilted.
Yep.
For me, I just keep mine all the way up. I don't really tilt.
It's actually more tiring on your eyes to look up than it is to look down.
Well, I mean, my monitor's up, so I'm just looking straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Straight is all right.
But that's an interesting
But
fact.
you never want to look up.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you want to get into the
Science of it?
Science of it, it's because of the fact that, if we were hunter-gatherers, you're constantly looking at the earth, constantly
Someone's
looking
been
down.
watching so much Joe Rogan.
You ever tried DMT?
Jamie, pull that up.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible.
We need a crep check. What do we sport?
What do we got here at Cirque? I mean, listen, I remember when we were doing the minors, and Cirque was sat in that hotel lobby rocking the authentic Canadian Goose.
Yeah.
And he's a baller because he doesn't put his arms in the armholes. He just wears it over his shoulders.
Right.
Like a mafia boss.
Exactly. Yeah, Cirque is definitely an old soul.
Yeah.
He's run the mob in one of his lives.
I mean, I was intimidated.
I don't think JW's intimidated.
No. Maybe hungry.
Nope. Not the thing to eat if you're hungry. I think
calcium.
Calcium rich. Yeah.
That's why sometimes
Eat
you
your
get these little white
fingernails.
spots, right? That's calcium.
That's
Calcium buildups.
deficiency. That's deficiency. That means you need more calcium.
My life is a lie.
So this is why I have white spots. I'm full of calcium, right?
I'm fully calciumed.
Whoa.
It's an aggressive cough.
It's the Kenny S cough.
But, you know, they're players, right? They don't have to think of their vocal cords, voice boxes.
Too many, too many.
As a commentator, I fear the dreaded dry cough.
Whoa. Is that Bear Grylls?
Listen, you know, listen.
Hey,
of all the
he's
players,
eating his own nails,
of all
drinking his own.
of all the players who went to the bathroom, JW didn't seem to need to.
That's true.
I'm just saying, that's an unlabeled bottle. All right.
It's just a weird amount of carbonation in that bottle.
Let's go. 15-15, overtime begins, and unfortunately for Fnatic, they have not found themselves back on the CT side. They'll have to continue the grueling endeavor that is a T side versus NRG on Nuke.
The vent dive. Dude, it's the best strat. Snacks is so good at this. Like, but seriously, the hardest part is maybe getting blind, maybe getting spammed, and then still finding the
it.
vent.
Yeah, through intuition.
And he's so good. Oh, Brolin gets a kill. And Ethan, oh, so good on him. It's very risky to like think, oh, I've got to go outside to get this frag, but he really needed that trade.
So thorough in the lobby control. They had 3 CTs inside of lobby just now, so
Yeah.
they know it's a full-fledged lower hit.
But that's a problem. They're upstairs.
Yeah. It's information, but
They don't care if they have lobby.
obvious mispositioning.
Whoa.
Whoa! Settle down, Svetlin Dimitrov. It's a tantalizing TK, but we've got Fnatic just going out dry again. That's to me
Nice
so
throw.
reminiscent of the ramp play we once saw, where they're just walking out, no nades. Cirque gobbling them up as they tried to get outwards, but there's the plant.
Yeah, 3 players ramp as well. They have time to get out of here as well. So yeah, Exist gets the bomb down, gets out. It's 3v4, but there are just so many CTs at ramp.
Lots of utility for the retake, though. No smoke to cover plant, but at least the Molotovs.
JW is not going to stop them from control as well. Oh, and Twist gets an off shot off.
Yep, they're using that far rafter to cross. This is very similar to what we saw in the last B retake, but then Exist comes in from door. Fnatic, they just welcomed the retake from NRG. It was a booby trap that snapped down onto them the moment they find footing on the site. Good night, Fnatic. Start off OT with a T-side win.
I love it. I think they should just keep trying to abuse downstairs. That's been a really good strat for them. They're able to get lower. JW's been mostly successful on the vent dives. The only time Ethan's been able to stop it is like on the eco where he dropped down afterwards. But when JW's gone by himself, Ethan's almost never been able to stop him. He always seems worried about it being a squeaky pop, and he never wants to just spam through the smoke. So I think they should try to keep harping on that, to be honest. And then once NRG overstack lower, then maybe start hitting upper. There's only going to be 3 rounds of this half in OT.
They're so worried. Understandably so. There's always been heavy ramp presence from NRG, but not this time. So Fnatic a little cautious with what they've found for free. It's going to be a 10-player situation in the post plant.
Man, that is an early plant, and now they know where Tarek is.
Boy, this is when the game gets messy.
Oh, Krim's got 2 in secret, and they know there's 1 more outside control.
Yeah, which means eyes are in this direction where Tarek is already at. We don't have any positioning towards decon. So this counter-terrorist retake is completely read by Fnatic. They have control of everywhere else on this bomb site. The door swings wide, and the time ticks too quick for them to get much done here. Tarek, he's going to stampede his way forward, jumps on top of the bomb, and tries to stick the defuse, but here comes Exist yet again. Back-to-back rounds where he clears the bomb site with a double kill, and that's 2 rounds for Fnatic. They're staring at a flawless T-side in overtime.
They can. It is 16K, so that's going to be a full buy for NRG, but Fnatic already got 2 rounds, and I feel like they figured it out. They're now going lower. They're doing it really quickly. They're not taking damage outside. Those were 3 important things. that NRG were able to do damage to them while they were trying to do. So now that they fixed that issue, I think it's, I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if they go ahead and win this 3-0. But yeah, upstairs is where it got the most messy. JW the vent dive one more time.
This time waiting for Ethan, because you know he has given chase.
Oh,
Cirque?
JW.
Does Cirque not hear this?
There's so much noise. This is what's so crazy about the early round.
Oh my goodness.
This is insane. It might not even matter that Cirque is still there.
But the window's broken. I mean, that's got to tell him something's up.
Look how careful they are still, though. They can wait for JW, but oh, it looks like he's not coming back. He's so far ahead. Where's Tarek?
Man, they're just losing more and more bodies. Cirque, though, he's going to get blindsided by that one. So now they can try to continue the endeavor into the B site. There's nobody to cut them off at this point.
Yeah.
Go, go, go.
I mean, they know it's lower. They're just like too scared. Tarek's late, and he knows that Cirque just died at ramp. So he's going to be looking for JW. Bomb's not going to be able to cross in safely. They don't have the Molotovs either. They have one.
Yeah, we've seen fnatic in this kind of a situation, right? And normally what happens is they go down secret, and then they play passive in the tunnels. But oh boy, what was that? Tarek missing an opportunity, pushing this back onto Daps and Breeze with 3 HP and 3 targets ahead of him. Down he goes, a flawless T-side in overtime. fnatic, where did that come from?
I think they learned. They just learned from their mistakes, and they literally went lower 3 times in a row.
Yep.
They vent dive twice.
Pumped
they took
the brakes
no damage
twice.
going outside. They slowed it down. They did basically everything better than they did in the regulation. They fixed it all. So as much as it's like, wow, how come NRG didn't continue winning rounds? Got to give credit to fnatic. They learned from all of their mistakes.
And now they'll have 3 opportunities to close this out in the very first OT. Wouldn't be the first multiple overtime game we've had today if it goes the distance yet once more.
I think same game plan for NRG. Again, they only got 5 rounds in the first half on T side. A lot of the rounds that they, well, the best rounds in my opinion were the ones that they went lower. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do one of their mini wraps, because their upstairs strat seems pretty elaborate and fast at the same time.
Yeah. They strike a good balance between utility usage and timing.
Here they're just counting on baiting nades early. JW is going to be the one to be like, all right, I'll stop them if they come upstairs. That's not the case so far. They do sneak lower. This is big, and they've baited out a lot of grenades.
It's going to be a ramp secret pinch. A rare Breeze.
Oh, peace!
Okay. Ethan, hot damn. Cracks open the ramp and will charge headstrong into the B bomb site. Now that's a flash and a door wide. Brolin, good for 1, but now Daps finds himself with a couple of kills until it's Crimson Exist into the 2v2. Health advantage near non-existent, but Breeze will have a slight edge. And he's got Cirque to try and give cover.
They've got to find the op. Cirque got into a great position.
Breeze playing from the same place that Exist has closed out rounds, but Crims with a nasty little angle. This pushes it all onto Breeze. This is the map point, match point. fnatic, man advantage, both coming out from decontamination, and Breeze with the high ground finds himself the first, but not that second. It's Exist to close out 3 of the 4 rounds we had here in OT, and the B bomb site belongs to fnatic, folks. Nuke, the pick of NRG, not even gonna happen. So you have it, a 2-0 victory for the boys of fnatic.
You can't spell fantastic without fnatic.
That's a very valid point, and I'm not gonna check the spelling.
I didn't really verify in my own mind either.
Damn.
That was sick. That was such a sick OT from fnatic. One of the best OTs I've ever seen.
I mean, what sucks too is that like the overtime play from fnatic is what's going to kind of take our attention as we close out this map. But I just got to tip the hat to the comeback on NRG's CT side, right? Again, it's something where if you know NRG on Nuke, you know that they're capable of it. It's not always easy to do versus a competent opponent, and that's what they had ahead of them here. fnatic looked great, especially once again in overtime. So they get to steal the narrative, and they've deserved that by making sure that they played it down to the wire. Played it to a T all the way to the very end.
All the way to the very end, yeah. They're pushed to their limits. But ultimately, that was their map pick. They should have done better than 5 rounds in the first half, and they made up for it on CT side. But they could have just won if they got better, if they had a better CT side, or sorry, T side.
Bit iffy. You know, they even started out the pistol as well, right? They had a 2-0 start on Nuke, I believe. Or no, they
Fnatic
forced
won
buy.
both
Right?
pistols,
Yeah,
yeah.
Fnatic had both pistols. NRG, you'd think with the opening of winning second round force buy would have maybe converted fully off of it, but let's let bygones be bygones, and let's be done with the B stream for today, Launders. We are all finished here. So you guys better head over to the main stream. There's still Counter-Strike to catch because there's Counter-Strike all week long. And then we'll be back tomorrow with some more. So we will see you guys there. Thanks for tuning in.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
I'll take that. Yes. Hells yes. Oh, armed and dangerous. Oh, hell yes.
Hellcase. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.